I'm impressed you made it this far. Most don't. You followed the light, so you must want something. Judging by your appearance, however, I'm guessing it's not a friendly visit over a cup of tea.
You. Truly, the wicked thrive, while the good suffer on this hellish island. The traitor Morgaine is the corpse crone. I'll be damned.
Oh, it seems self-righteous fools persist as well. Go back to your keep, Galahad. Your king is gone, and your duty with him.
Is that why you cursed Britmar? We saw the sorry fate she received for trusting you. You haven't changed at all.
Britmar didn't deserve her fate. You know nothing of the truth.
An unlikely day I'll hear the truth from you, but you'll answer for what you've done, Morgaine. To Britmar and to our Lord King.
I am through being insulted by you. You can pound your head against this barrier all you want. We are done here.
First, I didn't recognize her. And even now, I doubt my eyes. Oh, she is much changed. But there can be no doubt. That's the Enchantress Morgaine. Sister to Myrddin, the Crimson Sorcerer, and traitor to my Lord King. No, Morgaine vanished during the Wars of Crimson Madness, just like Myrddin and the High King himself. This corpse crone business is now a lesser concern. She has far more important questions to answer. Damn it! Now it all makes sense. That's why Sir Britmar remained loyal to the bitter end. But I still don't understand. We all believed Morgaine succumbed to the Crimson Madness along with her brother. Indeed, nothing could be more important. She believes she's safe behind this barrier, but I know her secrets. Myrddin used wards like this on his sanctum, and there's a way to break through them. There will be anchors scattered around this swamp. Destroy those, and we can confront her. I will remain here, and ensure Morgaine doesn't escape and vanish again. This time, she will answer for what she's done.
miserable fate is a place I would not wish on my worst enemy. Come away and join me in brighter life.
Morgaine went to great lengths to protect her solitude. Those anchors were farther than expected, but this barrier must come down. Though I goaded her into some dialogue, she's now back to ignoring me. Yes, and though she was not very forthcoming, her account of what happened during the Wars of Crimson Madness does make some sense. I still have no answers to the fate of Artorias, but I've learned to live with that for now. Though she speaks coldly of Mirrodin's fall, I detect some trace of sadness for the loss of her brother. But Morgaine is not blameless in what occurred then, nor the dark acts she committed as the corpse crone. I would hardly call it a confession. She has an explanation for everything, of course, as she always did. Moreover, I question the veracity of some of her claims. You must interrogate her as well. With the anchors destroyed, the barrier should be weakened. Your staff can likely dispel it. Go on, and hear Morgaine's explanations for yourself. I'll await you in Twillen. I've heard enough for today.
I'm impressed. I felt quite assured no one had both the perception and the prowess to bring down my barrier. But where is the most holy knight? Perhaps after cooling down, he remembered his steel is no match for my sorcery. That's for the best. We can have a more reasonable discussion. Galahad cannot accept that some questions have no answers. I watched Mirrodin's fall to corruption firsthand. I know the Crimson Menace does not play by the rules. I'm afraid that would take several lifetimes, and I'm quite busy at the present moment. If you wish to hear my account of the wars and the events that led to my unfortunate reputation, I've written it down just there. Go on. Aeternum secrets called to us in dreams, promising vast, ancient knowledge. What we discovered was an entity longing for release. Mirrodin believed his spellcraft would ensure protection. But this fell power claimed him for its own. As the Crimson Sorcerer, he became the Herald of Madness. When all else failed, I confronted my brother. Our magics clashed, and then... silence. I was forever changed. I knew the corruption would return. But the power I needed came at a terrible cost. The secrets I sought continued to elude me. But I refused to relent. I became the corpse crone, the curse of Weaver's Fen, the target of foolish shadow hunters. I have spent the century since alone, preparing. When the Crimson Madness returns, I shall be ready. So, you see now that I have neither insight nor responsibility in whatever fate befell the High King. As to my part in my brother's fall, I have spent every moment making amends. Preparing for corruption's eventual return. No! That cannot be! I would know! I have been holed up in this cave for a long time. I will need to verify this for myself, of course. But if you speak the truth, then I have gravely miscalculated. Some people believe corruption is mankind's inherent evil in its purest form, and others that it's some kind of demonic possession. It's far more complex, however. I should know. I've spent centuries studying it. Ha! Well, of course they do. It would be a shame if I spent all this time and could offer no value to them. Wait. You're a soul warden? I thought the order perished. Never mind. We'll need all the help we can get. Yes, well, I'll leave that to you. I must visit the ruins to the northeast and verify the sources of power there have not fallen to corruption. Go after Galahad if you must, but then meet me in the ruins of Canopus. I'll need your help.
I'm still digesting the fact of Britmar's fall, and the claims of Morgaine, which have some merit in truth. She vexes me to no end, but I cannot dispute the insight she can lend to the cause of battling corruption. Very well. Learn what you can from Morgaine, and perhaps convince her to join us at Caer Dun. I shall return to the fortress now to consult with Jonas on military strategy. That's where I belong. Light be with you, Warden.
Among these ruins, there are sources of power the ancients learned to manipulate. Of most concern, the wells of pure Azoth. Mirrodin became obsessed with hoarding as much as he could. The Tempest? Is that the champion corruption has chosen in this era? We shall have to learn everything we can about her. Wait. You have that look. Does the Tempest speak in your mind? Mirrodin had such power as well. Oh, how could so much have transpired while I toiled in that cave? I feel a fool for sequestering myself so long. If this Tempest is already amassing pure Azoth, then we are so far behind. Yes, the fountain of pure Azoth at this ruin dried long ago, but its residual power remains in the waters and in the guardians who protect the site. We must harness that power to recharge an ancient warding apparatus nearby. Years ago, I placed shield devices to absorb the power here. If they aren't fully charged, you can siphon energy from the Guardians. I must go on to Andrometus, so once you have the devices, meet me there. handled that quickly and without complaint. It's been a long time since I partnered with someone so competent. People disappoint. It's an unfortunate fact of nature. Only time will prove if you're an exception. This apparatus once powered ancient wards for all these ruins. And recharging it will defend against the corrupted. There's some kind of fault in the eldritch boundaries. However, it may be impossible to repair. A glutton for danger, are you? I hope you have some measure of restraint. But at the moment, I'll take the bravado. The fault could be caused by a threat the wards identified and contained. Well, if I knew that, I'd have said so. If that does prove to be the case, if some entity has been entrapped, it will need to be released. So, that courage could very well come in handy. Good luck! Twice now. You solved problems without coming back to whine about some complication. Was there some entity that had been entrapped in the wall? Twice now. You solved problems without coming back to whine about some complication. Was there some entity that had been entrapped in the wards? That's strange. I can't imagine why an elemental being would trigger ancient wards. Here, is that a specimen you collected? Let's see. The creature appears to have become blighted with some strange infection. I hope you took precautions gathering this sample. Whatever blighted this creature, we need to find the source of it. After I recharge the wards, I will need to study this sample carefully and check the area for more. Yes. That adventurous spirit is definitely your weak spot, but once again, I'll take full advantage. I'll work on the wards while you track this blight back to its source. Do be careful.
Once again, we meet on sacred grounds rendered sickly by an insatiable thirst for power. You should go. This time, there is no way to heal the land of the wounds inflicted by human ego. The repugnant incursion of corruption caused this blight. But that's what happens when humans traffic in forbidden power. Of course, your curiosity demands you see for yourself. Go on, then. There's no menacing demon, if that's what you fear. Rather just the tragic, polluted remnant of what was once a sacred pool. I have seen this too many times at this point. I will endure no more.
Nature is not our ally. Never question that, or you will pay for your ignorance. Together, we shall overcome.
I can tell from here that the ruin and the angry earth who resided there are riddled with the blight. Let me guess. The Azoth fountain within had been claimed by the corrupted, by the Tempest. Recharging the wards proved impossible, so I knew the corrupted must have already come and gone. I once theorized the angry earth could have a reaction to the corrupted. Horrid as it appears, I find this blight fascinating. I must return to my cave to examine this specimen of the blight. It could lead to new defenses we could deploy against the corrupted. And then we'll need to secure whatever sources of pure Azoth remain. Yes, of course! Your fellow Soul Wardens! It will be critical that we strike back against the corrupted with both a martial and a magical strategy. Tell me, where are you and your allies based? I will meet you there. I do not know this place, but after I study the blight, I will find Caerdan and bring my equipment with me. You have impressed me at every turn, you know. This could be a promising partnership.
I'm grateful to have you returned, Soul Warden. Hasty decisions have been made, and we need your insight. But I know you've just returned from the Fen. Has Morgaine agreed to join our cause? I shall endeavor to put aside my grievances against the sorceress. Our circumstances demand it. I apologize for my abrupt departure. I hoped to strategize with Jonas, but he was already quite set on a plan of his own making. He's been gone for some time now. I had asked him to wait, but he refused. He had become deeply suspicious about the enemy's activities to the north, convinced they plotted some terrible campaign. Scouts from Great Cleave reported the rise of some new fell commander within the ranks of the corrupted. They had also witnessed enemy troops engaged in the preparation of siege equipment. Jonas felt action was demanded. There is an old outpost in the foothills to the northeast, and Jonas resolved that he and a handful of wardens would push through enemy lines and capture it. I suggested that task be left to you, but he refused to wait. Yes, fortunately. A scout returned with news Jonas had secured the outpost, but was in desperate need of supplies. I dispatched carts of food and ammunition, but they were intercepted, trying to get around enemy lines. I agree, but our secret passage into Great Cleave is lost. We have no choice now but to charge the gates. I suggest we split up, assault the gate, recover what supplies we can, and meet north of the front. Godspeed to us both. I managed to recover but a few crates of supplies. I'm glad to see you met with greater success. And repaired the cart as well. Oh, there's just the matter of the unfortunate scouts who fell to ambush. Neither did I. I suspect the corrupted marched the captives off to one of their work camps to the north. We can only hope their heart gems protected them, and they have not fallen. We must attempt rescue. I humbly acquiesce to your orders, Soul Warden. To be honest, it's a relief not to bear the burden of command. Nonetheless, if I reach the outpost and you do not follow soon, I will circle back. That you cannot prevent.
Please, tell me you have a better plan than Yash. I don't doubt his enthusiasm, but his plan to rescue us got him caught too. I guess that's straightforward enough. I tried to run twice before, and they weren't too gentle, bringing me back. For his hoping third time brings me luck.
Now there is a face that renews my hope. Or did they capture you too? Don't worry, I have a plan. Or I did. I hadn't expected them to have hounds. We might need a new plan. The way is clear. Amazing! I suppose this is why Jonas holds you in such high esteem. Well deserved, it seems. But I cannot leave without the others. I swore to them I would get them out of this mess. This sounds like an order. And you are, of course, a superior within the Wardens, so I will obey. Let it be known that I do so under protest, however. I should like to have aided in rescuing the others. Next time, I guess.
We were told that the supply passage was secure, but the corrupted waited there in ambush. I saw that Jonas managed to fight his way out. Did he make it to the outpost? Those are welcome tidings. I'd feared our time as Soul Wardens would be short-lived. Perhaps we have a chance against the corrupted after all.
When I saw Galahad coming up the road with those supplies, I couldn't believe it. And now, the rescue of our captured wardens as well. The outpost needed supplies and reinforcements, and now we have both. Yes, I deemed that was necessary, based on the reports from our scouts. Ominous activities are underway here. This new commander among the corrupted maneuvers with a confidence that only comes from an unbeatable strategy. Many of the corrupted's most elite units have been pulled back from the front lines and redeployed to protect other activities. This commander seems to be in pursuit of some secret within the ancient ruins. My thoughts exactly. And that is why I deem the capture of this outpost to be of critical importance. Securing this location has been priority, however. We haven't been able to investigate the commander's new efforts. A solid plan. Galahad and I will look at ways to secure a broader swath of the territory. Search the ruins to the south. Our scouts saw the commander's forces there. We need to know what they were doing.
reserved for humanity. They brought only disaster upon themselves. This is the hour long awaited. This is the moment we marshal the resources promised us and assume command of the greatest military force the world has ever known.
Our ranks swell, and now we call upon allies from beyond. Our victory is sure.
These bones, so old, and yet they have not faded away. Something makes these ancient bones special. Something I hope will imbue this spell with longevity and strength.
Your arrival is well timed. Our scouts have just returned with excellent news. The forces of the corrupted are vulnerable as they've spread out. Did you manage to discover what strategy this commander pursues? Beyond those already augmenting their ranks. I shudder to think of whatever demons might be at their disposal from beyond. It seems Jonas may have been right about the urgency of the situation after all. Our discovery may in fact be tied to what you learned in the ruins. We stumbled upon a massive mining operation in the canyon to the west. We assumed they sought more pure Azoth, but this operation is too large. Yes, the sooner we can dismantle their efforts, the better. There is only one fortification protecting their work in the canyon. It is formidable and cannot be avoided. As mad as it sounds, that seems to be the best gamble. Jonas has gone ahead to assess the fort's vulnerabilities. I can stay to keep the outpost secure. You should join Jonas in the canyon and formulate a plan of attack.
Whatever this new commander of the corrupted is plotting, we may have the chance to put an end to it here and now. The commander is here in the Sunderford. It seems he goes by the name of Thorpe. Ah, a story begins to unfold. The fact he is a new leader among the corrupted, it makes sense. While you have work to become a soul warden and defend against corruption, your captain has taken a much darker path. There are moments of coincidence and moments that are not. I believe this is the latter. I have urged you against charging into danger, but you've never been one for caution. Go on, then, and light be with you.
Here I come full circle. From laboring in the mines on behalf of our mistress is displeased with the fact we found so little of the pure Azoth she seeks. Isabella has now become extremely interested in our enterprise here at Great Cleave. And where I hoped to only construct a handful of the fell... Neither duty nor divine purpose called me from the old world. I sailed into oblivion as master of my own destiny, fearless in my command. And I found here that which I sought, the truth of power, to which I proudly swore my eternal allegiance. I began anew, authority and identity stripped away, embracing inhuman toil and suffering as the path to my return. Time came when I could again prove my prowess in battle. No man nor demon could withstand my newfound might. My domination established, a new destiny earned. The voice of truth pronounced me as champion of our righteous cause. And I led our armies to victory again and again. The remnants of ragged humanity crushed along the way. To bring me here, to the precipice of my ultimate achievement. The forces of this world and those beyond, now under my command.
I was your captain once, until you betrayed me on the beach. Now I have one final order. Walk away. Disobey me, and you will be destroyed. You charged into the fort and against a small army, and now you return unscathed. That alone is quite a feat. But what of your former captain? This Commander Thorpe, was he there? Did you confront him? I wonder if he has departed to oversee some other aspect of the operation. With all this ore they've mined, they must be taking it somewhere. Do we know to what end all this work is being done? I see. As I recall, there were some true demons among the corrupted in the last war. We often pondered their origins, but these were few and far between. If Commander Thorpe summoned an army, our cause would be lost. If Commander Thorpe is constructing some portal into Hell, we should move quickly to discover where this infernal thing is being built. But we must shut down this mine first. We should summon more wardens from the outpost. Isabella. That name has not been spoken in a long time. Perhaps this is the Tempest. How curious that Thorpe knows her given name. You're as bullheaded now as the day I met you. But my strength is renewed, and I will not stand idly by. One of us should attempt to track where the ore carts are going, while the other disables the mine. Very well. I'll leave the brute force tasks to you. For the moment, at least. We've scouted the East Road, so the ore must be going west. Destroy the mining operation, and then look for me on the mountain road. Good luck.
the brilliance of our plans? There is time yet for you to join the side of righteousness.
I heard the fire of cannons and hoped that had been something you did, rather than something aimed at you. Since you are standing before me, I'm guessing the mission was a success. That's at least one piece of good news. Only this far. The corrupted are now maneuvering against us. They've fortified their defenses on the bridge to the Western Rim. Their cuts are, or were, ferrying ore across. So that's where the trail leads. Isabella. That name has not been spoken in a long time. Perhaps this is the Tempest. How curious that Thorpe knows her given name. I heard the fire of cannons and hoped that had been something you did, rather than something aimed at you. Since you are standing before me, I'm guessing the mission was a success. That's at least one piece of good news. Only this far. The corrupted are now maneuvering against us. They've fortified their defenses on the bridge to the Western Rim. Their cuts are, or were, ferrying ore across. So that's where the trail leads. It seems Galahad sent Warren Yash across to scout another outpost. With the bridge now reinforced, he is cut off. Galahad's poor judgment aside, I'm worried. Yash has heroic aspirations, but not enough experience. Yes, I am prepared to make the assault whenever you are, but speak to Galahad first and at least hear out the Bright Knight's plan. Though, I wish he had conferred with us first. I admit that his reasoning is sound.
I know Jonas is displeased with my decision to scout the Western Outpost, but I stand by it. We have a chance to establish a foothold in this region, and we should make an effort to take advantage of it. And I have no intention of backing down on the plan. I obviously did not intend for Yash to be cut off, but I stand ready to make amends. Lead the charge across the bridge, Soul Warden. Jonas and I will follow.
You look like you could use a good meal. Just like those soul wardens. Tell me about it. Why, I haven't had new deliveries in quite some time, and it shows. I've got plenty of potatoes, but there are only so many ways you can cook them. I could, if we had any left. You know things are bad when even the cheese supplies run low. Tell you what, you bring me some dried dill, crumbly aged cheese, and some tenderized meat, and I'll whip up some food for us.
Aha! I was hoping to run into you. Well, Commander Jonas, really, but you'll do. On Galahad's orders, I've scouted the outpost up the hill. The Corrupted block the road, but it appears to be a secure location. Not the outpost, but they patrol it from the nearby forts. We'll need to put those forts on the defensive. I was working myself up to stage an attack alone, but I think your presence improves the chances of success. Oh, well, there are just a few Corrupted on the road. The forts are where the action is, but... All right, I realize you may be better suited. I'll wait until you make your move, and then I'll clear the way to the outpost.
Priests tell me they have seen visions of the realm of corruption. And though a hellscape it may be, I've come to see the truth of the Tempest's faith. She says this is the birthright humanity was denied at the dawn of time. That the ancients here expelled us from this Eden and planted the false mythologies in our minds to keep us in the dark. The so-called corruption is not some fiendish terror, but rather the gift of Godhead that we will now share across this island and across the earth. time of confluence draws near. The portals are almost done. They have been placed all around the heights, and shall turn the land red with their glow. It will be glorious. A triumph of engineering and skill, of conquest and battle. We shall bring forth reinforcements that this land has never seen. At the highest point to the west shall we rise, and our power will flow out across the land in a crimson wave. Never again will we be lost, for we are united in our purpose.
This outpost is beyond the scope of what we planned, but I believe it will yield great value in our longer campaign against the corrupted. If your attacks on the nearby forts were successful, I believe we are secure here. We left some wardens to maintain the eastern outpost, but brought most of the others here. Warden Yash was quite proud to be the one to secure the location. It seems he never even realized he had become cut off. He's gone off with Jonas, and you should follow with haste. The ore trail leads up into the ancient ruins on the western peaks. It's clear that this Commander Thorpe is constructing his evil portals up there. Yes, you know how stubborn Jonas can be. And as his vigor has increased, so has his thirst for battle. I fear the old man could get himself and the other wardens in over their heads. You should catch up as soon as possible.
Who is the destroyer now? I seek to create. Your former captain was on a project.
Blast it all! I am sorry, young one. I hope to share some of the burden that has been so unevenly put on you. We fought valiantly and managed to destroy some of the portals, but the corrupted sent reinforcements and we were overwhelmed. A few of us managed to escape, but others have once again become captured. Yes, but Warden Yash places too much faith in me, I fear. He escaped as well, and ranges ahead to assess the enemy position. So charge on, rescue those captured, find Yash, and let's get to the peak. I'll be right behind you.
Our heart gems. They are not strong enough up here. Several wardens have succumbed to corruption. I'm afraid, if we push on, will we all share their fate? With you here, my hopes are renewed. We can't allow them to take any more captives. Our strength lies in the trust we have with our team.
When I saw the others fall, it just sapped the last hope from me. I can't fight my former friends. I would rather give up. Tell me you understand. Yes, you're right. I must stand firm against the fallen, even if they were dear friends. We must defeat them to protect those of us who remain.
defied my orders. This is the price you pay. The gate opens to welcome our allies from beyond, and with them, your doom.
Well, we made it here at least. Jonas was determined you wouldn't face this alone. He outran me. But with that portal open, we may be too late. It would seem that any moment now, an army of demons will spew forth. Perhaps on the other side, but... I mean, I consider myself brave. But that would seem to be venturing into the literal gates of hell. And what? We leave Commander Thorpe to continue his campaign here? Is that our only choice? Very well. I think Jonas needs a moment. But I will get the others and we will give chase. I bow to your sacrifice, Warden, and your courage. If you do return, come after us.
I can't believe I doubted you for even a second. But that portal... I shudder to think of what you may have witnessed in there. There is no time to hear your account, however. Commander Thorpe is calling for reinforcements. While Yash was scouting enemy positions, I have considered and decided how we will do this. We will stay here and hold the line against the hordes as long as we can, to buy you time to defeat Commander Thorpe. I will not tolerate your bullheaded arguments this time. I'm ordering you to go south and attack Thorpe's camp before reinforcements arrive. We've all agreed on this course, and we are ready to make our stand. Godspeed to you as well, my valiant friend. You've brought this old man back from the dead. I'm more than willing to make this sacrifice, and fear not, I will send the others away before we are overrun. Go now, and quickly.
Possibly match the strike corruption has given you. No! Not again!
Lies be tested like flaws in a sword. He was unworthy. Truly, it should have been you at my side.
You defeated the bastard, didn't you? Then it was worth it. We held back the reinforcements for an eternity. When all seemed lost, Jonas fought like no one else I've ever seen. He wasn't a hero. He was a legend. There was a moment when it seemed our position would be overrun. Jonas tried to send us away and hold the horde alone. And he did. But he took a grievous wound in the process, and I managed to drag him away. Well, he's in no danger of dying, but his mind is what I fear for. Come, let us return to the outpost and find out what medicines are available. Hopefully our efforts restoring the supply lines have not been undone.
Well, look at you, straight back from deep behind enemy lines with a hard-fought victory. And you killed that bastard captain of yours, no less. I know there was sacrifice, but all in all, I'd call this a lucky day. Indeed, lucky you had a smuggler like your friend Grace running supplies. Those supply lines were about as safe as a den of vipers. Just want it on record I'm doing my part, especially if it comes to counting spoils.
tell me you defeated the commander. That's good. I told you we'd keep those reinforcements off your back, didn't I? We did, didn't we? All right then. You all can stop hovering over me with bandages and potions. I don't need them. I am an old soldier, and I've healed from worse than this. Just need some rest.
I'm glad to see Jonas is talking, at least. That's an improvement. Did you give him the medicine? Give it to me. I'll get the old man to listen to reason. And if not, I'll pour it down his throat when he's sleeping. We need to get him well enough to get him back to Care Done.
Well now, there's no need to shower me with gratitude and gold. I'm just doing my part for the Soul Wardens. I trust the medicines I brought are good enough to do the job. Leave that to Warden Yash. That fellow's the type to make even the most troublesome sheep take their medicine. Besides, if the old man has enough energy to argue, I'm sure he'll be fine. Now that we've got the old man all sorted out, we have other matters to discuss. Your friend Morgaine came to Care Done and stirred up a hornet's nest of debate. She and Alchemist soon have very different ideas about things. Well, Morgaine came into the command tent saying something about using the angry Earthblight in Eden Grove to fight corruption. Alchemist soon didn't appreciate the notion so much, and they went at it. You should, before those proud ladies come to blows. I did my best, but I'm not cut out to be a peacemaker. And just be prepared. Galahad's gone back as well, promising to set Morgaine straight, so she'll be fun. Good luck.
Excellent to see you, Soul Warden. I heard of your success before I departed, and that's part of why I'm here. We must not let our victory spoil us. And after the gains in Great Cleave, we must fortify our positions. She was. The sorceress wasted not a moment before arguing with Soon about the angry Earth. Morgaine left in a huff, but Soon's gone after her. My focus now is to ensure the Wardens here were not too discouraged. Not seriously. I've been critical of Jonas, but he has recruited and inspired many brave new Wardens. If you're willing, however, I believe your help constructing new barricades would be useful and inspiring to them.
I'm going to make sure Jonas takes all the medicine he needs. He's got to get better.
It's a little cruel to make a wounded old man come all the way back here just to deliver a message, don't you think? I'm glad to say I'm feeling somewhat restored, thanks to you and Warden Yash. Because you're needed back at Eastmarch. Herbalist Sun Fu-chan awaits you there, and she's distraught. Can't say I fully understand, but that's the message. And now, I must rest. Can't let Galahad do more work than me.
There you are. We need to go to Eden Grove, you and I. Your sorceress friend, Morgaine, has concocted a very dangerous plan, and I need your help talking her out of it. The sorceress spent a few weeks studying the Blight in Weaver's Fen, and now she's certain it can be used as a weapon against the corrupted. I have spent decades among the Angry Earth, and I'm skeptical of her reasoning. The Blight has only surfaced in recent years on Aeternum, while the clashes between the Angry Earth and corruption have occurred for centuries. Most don't even realize that the Stormwall is an expression of the Angry Earth. Everyone thinks that, but the visible corruption simply strains against the barrier the Angry Earth manifested to keep it contained. But what matters now is that Morgaine and all of us proceed with caution. She rushes ahead on the road to Eden Grove, the heart of the Angry Earth's presence on Aeternum. Please, catch her and get her to at least hear me out. I'll gather my things and then join you on the road.
At last! How I have looked forward to finding you, Soul Warden. I confirmed the Blight we saw in Weaver's Fen can resist corruption, but your allies at Cairdan, especially that leaf lover Sun Fu-chun, refuse to hear me out. In crises, caution can be foolish, but I'm willing to humor her. I trust she'll be joining us. Fine. Before we proceed, however, I've discovered there are suspicious activities in this region. Enemies of a different sort. Varangians. Ruthless raiders who seek to amass all the island's magical artifacts. They often search Myrdin's old haunts. If you'll investigate their camp to the south, I'll wait and smooth out Sun's ruffled feathers. You'll be glad to know Sun and I have settled our differences. And although my studies will be slowed somewhat, they will continue. But you've returned from the Varangians' camp. Tell me, what did you find? So my brother was here. I knew he ranged this far north, but I did not know he studied the Angry Earth. Ah, this is quite a revelation. I must take these notes where I can study them more carefully. You should talk to Sun.
I think we're now agreed on continuing Morgaine's research, but with caution. I hope this new collaborative spirit is here to stay. Well, it seems you found something to capture Morgaine's attention. That's good, because I should like to share with you more about this wondrous place we venture into. Please, follow me. Behold, Eden Grove, the jewel of Aeternum. Here is a land where nature still commands. It's thorny, poisonous, and beautiful. You'll never find in all the world such an abundance of peculiar flora. Speaking of peculiar, did you know the life cycle of the Angry Earth begins in Eden Grove? I've been studying them for ages, but always from a distance. Now, I'm finally to the heart of the matter. They're key to defeating the corrupted, I'm sure of it. There's a druid settlement nearby. They brokered a shaky truce with the Angry Earth in order to maintain a colony here. No small feat, that. The druids will point us to the answers we seek. There are countless ancient ruins in Eden Grove, most of them constructed before the Angry Earth came. But the terraces on these roads were built later, possibly even by humans who worship the Angry Earth. Yes, that is likely. There may even be glyphs in the stonework that will give us hints to the Angry Earth's origins. Let us search, and if you find anything, give a shout, and I will attempt to translate. The glyphs tell a tale of a civil war between the ancient immortals, those who sought to harness the power of corruption, battling against those who refused. As the corrupted neared victory, there was a final, desperate act of sacrifice. These noble ancients, surrendering themselves, their Azoth to cleanse the scourge. From their discarded earthly shells, new life arose. Nature twisted in power and thirsting for vengeance. Years passed. The boon of the ancient sacrifice blessing these lands. The angry earth flourished, and Eden Grove along with it. But this surge was not to last. The age-old evil arose again, and the wars of crimson madness began. It seems the spawn of the sacrificed ancients developed new defenses, the Blight as we now know it. The angry earth again overcame, becoming a threat to not just corruption, but this time to the towns and settlements of humanity as well. Even now, when we once again share in facing a greater threat, we mustn't forget, this is their home, and they will defend it. We must trespass lightly here. Everything I've learned on Aeternum now needs to be reconsidered in this new light. If these glyphs are truthful, the angry earth literally grew from the bones of dead ancients. I confess I'm somewhat in shock. Yes, we must. I caught a glimpse of an encampment down the road by the water. Perhaps Morgaine is there. We should head there directly, if for no other reason than to have a safe place to consider what we have learned. I shared our new insights with Morgaine, and of course, she immediately insisted this is proof of her theory about the Blight. But we must consider the facts as they are, without any preconceived notions. Exactly. And that is what I will be working on. It seems the sorceress has become distracted with clues about her brother. Help Morgaine with her search, and then meet me in Caliburn, the Elder Druid's enclave to the north.
Good work in the ruins up there. If the angry earth were spawned after the first war with corruption, they may well hold the secret to defeating it. I wonder if that's why Myrddin came to this region. I have a strange feeling about this place, Soul Warden. It's as if Myrddin placed secrets here he intended for me to discover. Eventually, yes. But he spent many years before that seeking answers about how he might study it without falling under its influence. My brother kept many secrets, and I believe some of them are hidden here in Eden Grove. Yes, my bond with my brother was strong, especially being scarred in our final encounter, and I can almost sense his presence, hovering above us. Come, let us ascend to greater heights to get a better view.
I knew I should have kept a closer eye on her. Oh, apologies. I did not hear you approach. If you have come to inquire about fine silks, I am afraid I am unable to take new requests at this time. How embarrassing. Yes, this is also personal and you a total stranger, but my daughter Hanliu has vanished. She was invited to share a meal with some strangers in white robes and simply did not come home. I do not know what they are, but when I asked about her, they turned me away. They seem to think I will interfere with her journey. Maybe they will speak to you. I just want to know that she is safe.
Sometimes secrets are standing right in front of us, and we are oblivious nonetheless. Do you see this stone krieg suspended in roots? What does this tell us? The earth gropes after the energy in this stone. Oh my, that is a rather outlandish proposition, but based on your earlier discovery, it makes sense. Myrddin must have known this. Look for samples of the vein stone that might be mined. Whatever's inside, we need it. This was constructed by Myrdin. I can almost smell the redolence of herbs he carried in his robes. It is uncanny. It's like he wanted me to find this device. It must serve some purpose. What do you think I've been doing here? Just humming a melody? The blasted thing is lacking an energy source. Just the kind of absurdity my brother so enjoyed. Wait. Try using the crystals from the vein stones.
There we are. If you can hear me, come north-northwest. Follow the path through the crumbling wall and into the Cave of Color. I've left something for you.
That was Myrdin. Quickly, let us follow his instruction. I can't believe my ears. I heard Myrdin's voice, like it was right beside me. You heard it too. This is the place. A cavern of crystals, emanating a power unlike any I've seen, even here on Aeternum. Yes, we must. But those damned Varangian raiders are already rummaging about. Who knows how much they've already spoiled? Destroy them, and carve a path for us to reach Myrdin's sanctum. We're so close now.
When time and space are suspended, words from past to future hold the key. Like the facets of these crystals, mind, heart, and soul are just aspects of a singular thing. Words are but vessels, prisons of meaning, where an idea or a mind can be trapped.
There. His voice again. Speaking as if he knew I'd come and left some riddle. How? What games do you play, brother? Tell me, Soul Warden. What did you find in the sanctum that elicited this response? A pendant? Myrdin never cared for jewelry. Wait. This was... It was mine! That bastard of a brother must have stolen it from me! I spent weeks searching! Oh! Can't get distracted. There's more to learn here, I know it. For years, I've looked for clues to Myrdin's fate. And only now do I discover this sanctum. I feel like a fool for not coming here sooner. There must be some clue in his words. Something about his research into sundering. Myrdin was obsessed with the ancients' methods of sundering the souls of their guardians. He hoped it could allow him to study corruption, protecting his soul from falling under its influence. For years, I've looked for clues to Myrdin's fate. And only now do I discover this sanctum. I feel like a fool. There must be some clue in his words. Myrdin was obsessed with the ancients' methods of sundering the souls of their guardians. He hoped it could allow him to study corruption, protecting his soul from falling under its influence. Similar, but the Soul Wardens only emerged after Myrdin became the Crimson Sorcerer. He knew them only as enemies. This is going to take time, young one. I must study every detail of this chamber. Ah, yes. Tell her what we found. Although she'll want to see this and... No, that's not good. Not yet. I need time, Soul Warden. You and Sun can get on with studying the Angry Earth. I'll join you in Caliburn soon.
Not many records of the Elder Druids here, but I did find clues as to how they kept peace with the Angry Earth. But what about you? I know Morgaine felt strongly that her brother came here. Did you find any signs of him? That explains her absence, and it's welcome news. We can delve deeper into the Angry Earth's relationship to corruption. I'm curious about these druidic rituals used to commune with what they called the Forest Spirit. Great idea! The Elder Druids brought offerings to shrines in the woods to make contact. We will need to extract samples from the Dryads or other Angry Earth. Let's collect as many as we can and meet in the mangroves. Good luck!
They are entities in and of themselves, each speaking for its own, but with a shared voice. Here, the lives of our walking brethren begin in the garden. But like us, we draw our strength from a deeper well. All the children are fed by the mother, their sustenance drawn from the river flowing from the one true source. If a limb becomes infected, it must be severed to protect the source.
I am skeptical that the Elder Druids really communed with any forest spirits. More likely, they were a little addled. We will see soon enough. It's amazing. This mangrove swamp is teeming with the life force of the angry earth. They are stronger here, more resilient and quicker to resurrect. Their power is bound to the land here. A plant's hardiness is determined by the dirt encasing its roots, as with the dryads and other creatures that thrive here. But let us proceed. Search for these shrines and offer up the samples. Then let's see what happens.
Alone but alive, sustenance is needed, but never satiated. A thirst acquired like a contagion from our enemies, but of the earth, and now within. The needs felt are beyond those fitting for life. There is a desire to spread. Come closer, eyes. Feel the warmth of our evolved form. A new entity, immune to the enemy, but forever alone, cut off from the well.
Well, either my sanity is finally slipping, or the ritual worked. I heard a voice speaking. Something about a garden and severing infected limbs. I wonder if that's a reference to the blight in the nearby ruins. I don't know. Perhaps we collect samples from the creatures who become blighted? Yes. Yes, and then seek out another shrine. It's worth a try, at least. I wonder if there are shrines even in the midst of this. Let's find out.
Emerges from the sounds of the natural world. A song of celebration and of meditation. The brilliance of new life blooming in the grove, and the dirge sung in memory of those whose sacrifice gave us our purpose. Rivers within rivers provide the light of our vengeance, our fury, our power. The children of the angry earth are charges of the Motherwell, the source of our enemies' doom.
Now, I think we've finally found something useful. The whispers spoke of the source, from where the angry earth's life force is drawn. If there is power to fight the corruption, it is guarded within this Motherwell. I'm not sure, but the scrolls in Caliburn spoke of something similar. A hidden basin sacred to the angry earth. The waters of this region are collected there, and if this is true, that might be the key to finding it. The energy that sustains the angry earth flows through the waters here. What could be more natural? We find the Motherwell where all the waters of Eden Grove flow, and we find a source of immense power. Ah, wait. But this is clearly not just the waters of this region, but rather the Azoth that is undoubtedly bound to it. We need some device with which we read the flow of Azoth to triangulate the position of the Motherwell. Of course! Brilliant! It's almost as if fate has guided us here, equipped for this very purpose. Let us search the groves for places where Azoth has collected, and then use your staff to trace the flow of power. This looks promising. An upsurge from deep underground, certainly a pocket of Azoth, seeking to find its way to the source. I suspect this is what the whispers meant by rivers within rivers. Place your Azoth staff in the water and step back. If this works, the staff should move in some way and point us in the general direction of the Motherwell. That's my theory, at least. Well, that was an adventure. We trekked across half of Eden Grove. Let's just hope this helps to pinpoint the location of the Motherwell. I took note of each direction your staff indicated. Now I just need time with a map. Then we follow the flow of Azoth and find out for ourselves if this Motherwell still exists. We should inform Morgaine of what we've learned. If you'll find her, I'll figure out all the mapping parts.
Ah! Soul Warden! I've been waiting for your return. There is an incredible power hidden within the ancient towers here. Almost everything in Myrdin's sanctum suggests he found something there. Or left it for us to find. This is about the Angry Earth, yes? Make no mistake, I am interested, but it will have to wait. Myrdin's clues strongly assert time is critical in solving his riddles. And the answers are hidden in these towers. If my reasoning is accurate, and it usually is, I believe Myrdin may have unlocked the secret to the ritual of sundering. If this is true, and we can find whatever further secrets he left for us, this could change everything. Precisely! My brother, fiendish bastard that he could be, was also a scholar of unrivaled insight. He spent decades studying corruption, and he hid his greatest discovery here. Undoubtedly obscured by magical veils. Yes, Myrdin was quite fond of such tricks, like hiding my personal effects when I turned my back. Unveiling what he's hidden requires solving his riddles. Artorius and I would spend days racking our minds. A combination of the clues from the Sanctum and whatever's in these towers. You'll be surprised to hear I've even invited Galahad in case his memories can help. Speak with him, and then we'll visit these towers.
Greetings, Soul Warden. You seem as surprised as I am to find me here. Morgaine promises we are close to learning Myrdin's secrets. If any light can be shed on the fate of the High King, I am willing to take the chance. That would be a worthy outcome as well. But you should know that damned wizards' riddles are notoriously difficult. All the same, let us venture into these towers and learn whatever we can. Lead on, Soul Warden.
place where I leave parts of myself for safekeeping. My soul is dear to my heart. Thus, the keys to Vale are those things closest to the hearts of those I love. I now step into possibilities of futures I cannot foresee. Inside myself, I fate my choices lead to. Do this. The small knowledge and insight I have gained. Destiny will claim if the need is dire.
Did you read the notes, Soul Warden? My brother. I do not think he has hidden some item away, or some small scrap of knowledge. Could it be that some part of him still lives? Yes, let us solve this riddle, whatever it may bring. This looks similar to the ancient prison device in the Fen, but Myrddin must have changed it. It would seem to require the insertion of some item, something small. Of course! That's exactly the kind of riddle my brother so enjoyed. It's the pendant! That's why he took it. Quickly, here, take the pendant and let's see if it works.
Well, sister, now you know why I stole your pendant. Let us hope that was for the cause of seeing us soon reunited.
This is, quite unsettling. The shield of my Lord King in such a state. Is this meant to disturb me? Or is this Myrddin's riddle? I'm sorry, Soul Warden. I'm afraid I'm at a loss. You mean... Yes, of course. Artorius' shield was indeed held over his heart. Let us try this, and find if it might be the solution to Myrddin's puzzle.
Well done, my liege. I hope your shield has protected you as well as it has allowed for my protection in this instance. I will see you soon.
I can't believe it. That was not there a moment ago. That wizard floated a tower into the sky, then made it invisible. God's teeth. Such powers should not be possible. I don't even know what to say. I suppose, however, that the floating tower is revealed, and it beckons to us. This could very well be a trap, though. Who knows what to expect from the likes of Myrddin's magic? Every instinct screams that I should stay. But what kind of knight would balk at danger when so much is at stake? If Myrddin is in there, I have questions, and he will answer or feel the sting of my blade. Very well, Soul Warden. I'll follow your lead. If it is the wizard himself, I have never relished conversing with the man. But I must know what became of my Lord King.
Amazing. Yes, I recognize this tower from Myrddin's drawings and diagrams. He always aspired to build such a structure. How strange it is to think it has been hidden here all along. And he may even be inside. Honestly, I don't know. I have so many questions to ask. And the knowledge he has could turn the tide in the battle against corruption. We stand at the precipice of too many possibilities to consider. Let us go forward!
Where am I? Is this real? Morgaine, is that you?
It is me, though I am older. Yet, you've grown younger instead. And free of the Crimson Sorcerer.
Enough sibling sentimentality. Damn it, Myrddin, where is Artorius? What have you done with him?
Or you tin-plated fool? Can't you put aside your obsessions for even a moment?
Beg pardon, but the fate of the world takes precedent over a sibling reunion.
Cease this foolish bickering, both of you! Within this prison, time and space blur. I see glimpses of the king. At times, he seems real.
The king is within?
The king's fate is long past. What matters now is the present.
Indeed. In truth, my purpose here is to deliver a message to you, Soul Warden. My time is limited, so I'll be brief. Imprisoning myself here was the only way I could end the war and save my sister. But the Tempest is now poised to finish what I started when I was the Crimson Sorcerer. I am stuck here, but I offer this. The Staff of Wizardry, my staff, became corrupted and was buried deep in the mines south of here. Even now, the Tempest seeks to reclaim it, and with it, all my power. You cannot allow this. There are too many possibilities. I'm sorry to tell you, most of them do not end well. But listen to my sister. She's wiser than me. Anyhow, the only thing I can tell you with confidence is to get that staff. And quickly. The staff is a mighty artifact, beyond any other I ever made. And I made many. You could cleanse it of corruption, but that would take a source of immense power. I don't know. I cannot remain here any longer. I have a temporal reprieve, one for which I sacrificed much. I may not get another. I must go. I sense Galahad wishes to follow a foolish gesture, but I cannot stop him. Good luck, Soul Warden. I hope we meet again. Somehow.
Though it is just the faintest thread of hope, though it is just the faintest thread of hope, it is my only chance of finding Artorias on this infernal island. I must thank you. Traveling with you has renewed my dream. But from here, I must walk a different path. I am. Fare thee well, my friend. I could not have wished for a finer companion. I deeply regret I will not be at your side for the rest of your journey. But it is my first and foremost duty to find my Lord King. So it is. I pray that we cross paths once again, Soul Warden. And when we do, I will rejoice in presenting you to my liege so he may honor and reward you for your service. Until then, Godspeed.
That damn fool knight! To lock himself— That damn fool knight! To lock himself in purgatory, and for what? The chance to glimpse Artorias again? Oh! My brother is the tragic figure here. We hardly exchanged words before he was yanked back into oblivion. He may have accepted his fate, but that doesn't mean I have to. The fact he appeared at all proves there is some mechanism at work. I will liberate you from this madness, brother. I will not sleep until I do. Yes, crisis upon crisis they stack up by the hour. But I will not abandon my brother so easily this time. No. You'll have to ask Sun about these mines Mirrodin referred to. Perhaps the Elder Druids knew of them. I will remain here.
Where were you just now? Did you find a way to elude me? If so, it was only temporary. Our bond cannot be broken.
about time. You were gone so long, I came to search and then I saw that floating tower appear in the sky. This has something to do with Mirrodin, doesn't it? What? I'm sorry, I must have misunderstood. You met the Crimson Sorcerer? I had always heard he was a force of destruction, but here you stand. What kind of warning did he pass to you? The Staff of Wizardry? Mirrodin's staff? I have only a passing knowledge of that history, but I have heard the stories of this staff. After it became corrupted, it is said the Crimson Sorcerer laid waste to entire villages. If there is some danger of the Tempest acquiring that power, then the Motherwell will have to wait. If the staff has not been reclaimed, does that mean it's hidden somewhere? That we might find it first? That would be Anwin Deep, and that would explain the corrupted massing that area. If the Tempest already knows the staff's location, then there's not a moment to spare. You must go to Anwin and do whatever it takes to find it first. I would be a hindrance in any battle, let alone one against the corrupted. I will find a safe place in view of the mine and await you. The map indicates the Motherwell is near there, so I will search around and see what I can find.